Since I was 16, I've been consuming content all focused around money, finance, and entrepreneurship. I've read everything and watched everything I could get my hands on, from books, videos, documentaries, and not only that, but I've started businesses, I've failed businesses, I've succeeded in business, and therefore over the past 3 years, I've consumed and done quite a lot around entrepreneurship. And over the past 3 years, I've consumed a lot, and it's gotten to the point where every entrepreneurship video I watch is kind of repetitive. There's only a certain amount of content that you can make about the fundamentals, right? And therefore, I thought I would summarize it or conclude it in one video where I'm going to tell you the major points that every single entrepreneurship video is trying to tell you. And I'll condense it down to about 7 minutes long, so stay with me, grab a notepad and pen. The first point is to build a skill set of value that you can sell to people in need. Now, this is really the formula to building wealth. You have value, you have something that someone else wants, and you do an exchange, right? And it almost sounds too good to be true in the sense that that is really it. Build a skill set that you can give to someone that is in need of that skill set. And this can be anything, any industry that you want to go down. Let's say, for example, you want to become a chef, right? You learn the skill set of becoming a chef in a nutritious way, and then you can go and work for, I don't know, American football teams and cook for them. So you're providing value to them of your skill sets and knowledge, and they're giving you money in return. Not only are you an entrepreneur then, but you're also acquiring wealth. It sounds too good to be true, but it is the most important one. Go out of your way, take initiative, and develop a skill set that is in demand. The second thing is to educate yourself as much as possible. I know exactly how you're feeling, especially when you leave education as a whole and you're like, I don't have to learn anything anymore, but that's when your education journey should really start. Because throughout the whole of education, you're pushed down certain routes where it's like you have to learn math, science, English, whatever it is. Now you have the chance, the opportunity to learn whatever the fuck you want to learn about, which should be exciting. Whereas the majority of people now go on the back burners, don't want to learn anything else and evolve, and it's ridiculous. I mean, how are you going to grow and develop as a person if you don't continue to educate yourself? So educate yourself as much as possible within the industries that you're interested in, even the basics, finance, entrepreneurship, like learning how to deal with people. I mean, this is basic skills that are going to help you succeed so much in life. So go out of your way to educate yourself as much as possible. Read a book, watch videos, consume helpful content that are going to help you develop. Thirdly, your network is your net worth. And this is very similar to the saying that you're average of the 5 people that you hang around, but you don't really realize how important it is to have a network of aspiring people with a similar mindset to you until you actually have a network. So go out of your way to find like-minded people, join groups, join communities, discords of people that are reselling and doing something different to the norm. Because I promise you, you'll find like-minded people, and when you learn how to also deal with people in a positive manner, such as a skill set, you can then really excel yourself. You kind of give yourself a jump start, if you like. Fourthly, take risk. This is literally like the #1 rule of an entrepreneur, is to take risk. That's why most entrepreneurs are entrepreneurs, because they did something that wasn't the norm and actually went their own route. And that's a huge amount of risk in itself, but you have to really consider, and if you don't take risk, then you don't grow. You're still inside your comfort zone. And if you're familiar with the YouTube channel Yes Theory, then you'll know that the whole idea is to seek discomfort, because discomfort enables you to grow and develop. And risk and discomfort are kind of aligned. And although risk and discomfort are different things, they kind of give the same idea. So take risk, because what's the worst that's going to happen, especially if you're young? You can literally start being an entrepreneur when you're 40 years old and still succeed. You have your whole 20s to actually try and fail and try and fail and try and fail until you try something that works. Remember, it's a numbers game at the end of the day. The fifth one is to stop coming up with excuses. A person I love that talks about this a lot is a guy named Simon Squibb, because he literally walks up to random people in the streets, asks them if they ever consider starting a business, and then gives them the tips and tricks and money to help start a business. And whatever the objection they throw at him, saying I don't have the time or I don't know what to do, he gives them ideas. He basically shoves it down their throat of, you can do this, you can start an online business. And when you really strip away all the bullshit and all the fabrication of, oh, I can't do this because of XYZ, you realize you can. There's nothing that's actually stopping you. You should just view every single reason you can't as an obstacle in which you need to get around. And if you feel like you have excuses and you're not fighting for your life and living on the streets, then you have no excuse. The sixth one is to be prepared to fail. You have to be ready to fail over and over and over again before you succeed. Remember, it's not that you're here, failure is here and success is here. It's that you're here, success is here, and failure is in the middle. It's part of the process. You have to go through failure to achieve success. So be prepared to fail, and for every failure that you encounter, just know that there's a learning lesson at the end of it, and that mindset is going to help you look at life in such a more positive way as a whole. The seventh point is to work smart, not hard. Now, entrepreneurs such as Alex Hormozy are fantastic at portraying this, and he said it in the best way possible. You know, there are some people that literally work 20 hours a day, yet don't succeed as much as the people that work 3 hours a day. Because it's not necessarily about the hard work. I always thought it was about the hard work and putting your head down to literally work 20 hours days to succeed something, but that's quite an old-fashioned way to look at it. It's all about working smart now and using your time and your skills as leverage to get what you want to, and developing the ability to be able to outsource things to other people that are better at doing it than you are, so that you can focus on the important things. Because remember, your time is literally your most valuable asset. It's the only asset that is finite around you. So if you're not using your time wisely and working smart and not consuming all your time, then you are literally just trading your time for money. And in that case, you are no better than someone working a 9 to 5. And the last one is that extraordinary accomplishments come from doing ordinary things for an extraordinary period of time. And this is basically to say that no one has it better than you. Everyone has their little tips and tricks and their unfair advantages, but the people that really succeed in life are the people that just stick to it. They do ordinary things for an extraordinary period of time. It doesn't mean you have to wait till you're 65 until you succeed. It just means that when you try something and then you give up to try something else, you're not actually trying. It's this kind of analogy like you go to a kitchen and you ask the chef to make your meal, right? And then the chef is preparing your meal and then you ask for something else. You're kind of just like delaying the inevitable. So you're never actually allowing for the meal to be cooked and for you to reap the success of the meal before you get impatient and you ask for something else. So you really do have to put a lot of time into it. And that is it, ladies and gents. That is what I found from the past almost 4 years of consuming content around entrepreneurship to be the most important factors to succeeding. So if you appreciate this video and you enjoyed, subscribe and look out for the next one. I'll see you later.